Kurt, good year for baseball last year. Overall, average operating income was $13 million per team, but 6 teams lost money. I was surprised about the Los Angeles Angels. They had the biggest loss, $13 million. What happened out there?
Well, the Angels have really cranked up their payroll over the last couple years. Big ticket signings like Albert Pujols for $240 million. They continued this offseason. Josh Hamilton, $125 million doled out to him. The Angels cannot support the kind of payroll that they've had this last couple years with their current revenue structure. But that all changes in 2013. Their new TV deal with Fox is going to increase revenues $40 million starting in 2013. The Angels aren't going to be losing money anytime soon.
One of the teams I was a little surprised about, they came about hard luck actually with the Detroit Tigers, who've really turned things around on the dime in the past few seasons. They have a very small operating loss, less than $1 million. But that was really a function of the fact that their 2 playoff series went the minimum. They swept the Yankees in 4, then they got swept in 4. So during the first 4 games, all the revenue from the playoff games go to the players, not the teams. So they really were the recipient of some bad luck there. Otherwise, they would have made some money. I was surprised also at the Texas Rangers. They had a pretty big loss last year. Is that similar to the Angels where their payroll was really high and they're saying we'll lose money now, but we got a big local TV deal kicking in a couple of years?
Yeah, absolutely. Very similar to the Angels. The Rangers have taken up payroll from about $70 million up to $130 million over the last couple of years. Revenues have also skyrocketed. You had attendance 3.5 million fans last year. First year they've ever broken 3 million down in Texas. So revenues have increased, but they haven't quite kept up with the payroll gains. But 2015, new TV deal kicks in, and revenues are going to skyrocket when it comes to media.
What about the Mets? They still showed an operating loss in 2012, but significantly smaller loss than 2011. Do you think there's a chance of them moving to profitability in 2013, given the amount by which they've reduced their payroll?
Well, I think the Mets have really righted the ship to some degree. Losses, as you said, are way down. Attendance has dropped, 900,000 fans from when they first moved into Citi Field. It's down almost 2 million from the last year at Shea. So I don't know how much below 2 million attendance is going to go where it was last year. They've righted their payroll, but they're going to really struggle on the diamond this year. And, fans, I think, are going to quickly tune out if this is a 60-win team. If they show a little bit of promise and get people coming back to the stadium, you might see the team turn a profit. But, this is a vicious cycle that happens. You cut payroll, you lose more games, fans don't show up, and it's a similar situation with the Marlins that we could see this year. How about some of the teams at the bottom? Made money, but there's a caveat.
Oh yeah, well you talk about Tampa, Kansas City, Oakland, all of those teams would have had operating losses were it not for the big welfare checks they got from baseball's revenue sharing system. So conceivably you could have had as many as 11, 12 baseball teams show losses instead of the 6 that we have were it not for the revenue sharing system. So in other words, basically what we're saying is the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Phillies, they're keeping more teams sort of above that break-even point.